What's up guys, my name is A7iii. I'm the lead photographer at A7iii Photography. For some time I haven't been able to upload any video tutorial out there for you guys to watch. It has been due to tight engagement and activities coming up, and I'm back. Today I feel like giving out some tips, motivation for photography enthusiasts, those of you that are interested in going into photography. I want to share my experience, how I started my own photography, and of course how it may be of beneficial to you with the little information I may get to share at this point now. So guys, before we continue, I would appreciate if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on post notifications so that you don't get to miss my upcoming video tutorials, and don't forget to like this video as well. So, are you interested in photography? Are you interested in making a living from photography and you don't know how to go about it? Some of you even have the funds to go out there and get your camera of your choice, but you don't really know which particular brand or camera that you should buy, or what kind of lens you want to buy, or what kind of light you want to buy. You've heard people talk about lights, soft boxes, whatever it may be. You're looking at starting, even if it's small. I think this video will really give you information on how you should go about your budget. If you are working on a tight budget, I think this video will really do a lot of good for you. When I was starting photography, I had the resources, I had what it could take for me to start, but I didn't have so much information on how I was supposed to go about buying my camera, buying what I needed, the basic equipment that I needed as of then, and I mismanaged my funds as of then, in order for me to get I should say the optimal result of my budget. It was like misplacing my priorities, what I needed at that point. And I know that this is what a lot of other photographers, other amateurs also get to fall victim of. You don't really know what you should really invest your budget in at that point. So I'll be treating that in this video, and we'll also look at how to go about marketing your photography, and then we'll also look at how to price yourself out there. So let's begin with budget. With the buying of camera gears, your lenses, and your other equipment that you need for your photography. So what's your budget for your camera and lenses? What's your budget for your lights? What's your budget for every other thing? I'll give you an instance. If I am working on budget, this is for someone that doesn't really have that much funds to really buy every equipment he or she really needs. So if you are trying to reduce cost, one basic thing I always advise a beginner is to invest more in lenses. So the optimum thing you should always think about, if you want to get optimum result with low budget, is for you to get a better lens and any basic camera body. That's just it. So you shouldn't be thinking of full frame. You shouldn't be thinking of should I say a medium format. You shouldn't be thinking of any other thing, but the list of the camera body you can get. Just go out there to the store and ask of a DSLR that you can change. DSLR, that's digital single lens reflex camera. Something you know you can change the lens. this will give you more room for you to achieve great results with your camera rather than buying your camera with a kit lens. You won't really get optimum performance, optimum results as buying another lens and you get to attach to your camera body. You can also watch a video that I did about camera buying guides with the link that will pop up for you. So after your lens, what's the next thing that you're thinking about? I believe you're thinking about your on-camera flash. That's the speed light. Yeah, this is another point that as a beginner you'll be really confused on what kind of speed light you should really invest in. I'm grateful that we currently have some third-party speed lights at the moment from Godox, which are relatively cheaper as compared to other camera manufacturers out there that produce this speed light, like the Nikon or Sony or Canon, which are pretty expensive. But you get to buy Godox speed lights, which will give you almost a similar result at a relatively cheaper amount of money. I remember when I was starting photography back then in 2014, I bought a speed light as of then equivalence. I bought SB910, Nikon SB910. Sorry, I'm in Nigeria. I'm not really good with the conversion, so I'll be giving my values in Naira. So as of then, the speed light was going for 90,000 Naira. That was in 2014. A dollar was going for 200 Naira. Yeah, in 2014. Currently, this SB910, Nikon SB910 is going for close to 200,000 Naira. I've forgotten the dollar rate at the moment. Yeah, so if you compare what Nikon will sell for you, a good speed light of theirs to a Godox speed light, which you can get a V850 for like 55,000 Naira or 50,000 Naira, and it still gives you almost what you really require for yourself to go out there and start. You can even get speed light for as low as 30,000 Naira. As a starter, getting a nice lens, why I keep emphasizing on this lens is because it gives you the ability for you to open up your aperture, thereby accepting more light. So you just need little amount of light to pass through your camera lens, which will give you brighter image with much more sharpness. So this is another way that you can be cutting your budget, so that you still end up achieving maximum results with your images. Sorry. Yeah. So cutting your budget with speed light, cutting your budget with buying just the camera body instead of requesting with a kit lens, and then cutting your budget on full frame cameras. Yeah, full frame cameras are good for you to have. A full frame camera is very good for you to have, but if you don't have the money, crop sensor cameras can also give you great results. Yeah, there are a few differences of what you can achieve with a full frame camera. Yeah, so by the time you get to compare what the full frame camera will offer for you with a crop sensor camera, you won't really get much difference like that. So if you're looking out for portrait photography, I think the crop sensor DSLRs will really work good for you. You can watch my video that I did before about camera buying once again using the link above. Yeah. So next thing, are you looking at going into studio photography? This is one part of photography that people also get to, I would say, some people get confused. Yeah, not everybody has a vast knowledge about investing their funds into the right things they should be buying for their studio. As a beginner, you want to you want to invest your money into studio photography, the primary thing that you should be thinking about is your light. Of course, we are all aware that light is the most important thing in the studio. Yeah, but it's funny how some photographers really think they they just need expensive gears. It's really funny there. It is not always that you need these expensive gears, to really think of it. Yeah, those expensive gears are good, but if you're working on a budget, there are cheap lights that will really serve you right. When I say serve you right, you're working indoor. Yeah, you don't have a harsh light like the sun, which is going to affect your image, because everything indoor, you are controlling it. You are in control of all the lights in your studio. It's not like outdoor, that the ambient lights coming from either street lights or coming from either sunshine, where you like the sunshine, you need a higher powered light for you to overcome the sunlight. But this is another course, so I won't really go into that. I will really maintain where I want us to discuss about studio photography, studio lighting. Getting studio light with minimum power of 300 watts, I think it will really serve you if you are looking at studio portraits. Not for you to go out trying to look for 1000 watts light, or even 600. I think even 600 watts is still kind of much for you. If you can get lights even 100 watts, these will they will really serve you great. They will really serve you. You should be thinking of investing your money in your light modifiers, not the light. If you're thinking about the temperature that a particular light will bring up for you, I believe that this can be corrected with your post-production in Photoshop. You should learn how to set your white balance correctly. If you understand how to set your white balance correctly, you won't really have difficulties in managing your small light. And with time, as you grow, you get to understand light better, and you want to go outdoor to shoot outdoor. You know that, okay, at this point, this is what you really need for your outdoor photographs, and then you start investing in your outdoor light. A lot of people message me, Oliver, what do you use for your lighting? What do you use outdoor? This and that. They feel like they have to buy what I have for them to achieve what I get to achieve. It is not always that you need this high-powered light outdoor. The only moment you need a high-power light outdoor is mostly under a harsh sunlight, because once your ambient light is very high, you need a very high-powered strobe to overcome this ambient light like that of the sunlight. So invest in the small lights instead. So you also have some kind of change for you to invest in maybe your reflectors, or your light boxes, or even your C stands, your light stands. You need to have very good light stands in your studio as well. So think about these, and not just to go out there that you want to buy expensive things, thinking that these expensive things will get to serve you much better. So next thing I want us to talk about is how to market your photography. This is one topic that a lot of starters get frustrated about, and they feel the photography is not for them. I think the way photography is going right now, it's one of the fastest selling businesses. Truth be told, the photography business, as a photographer, different photographers, they have their market, and it will be difficult for for the market to be saturated. Yeah, because the market is very large. I'm telling you, the market is really large for every photographer. There is still high need or high demand for photographers, because like here in Nigeria, the market has been highly concentrated in events, wedding photography, studio photography, and of course lately people are much interested in taking pictures for their birthdays. There is art in photography, and that's one thing other people miss. You could become an artist with your camera, and you get to sell your prints and make money from your prints or with your prints. Not just from events, not just from birthdays, not just from corporate shoots, or documentary. Yeah, documentary is one other part of the photography industry here in Nigeria that not a lot of people are really into it, because once in a while maybe you get called by an NGO or you get sponsorship from somewhere like that. People want to cash out quickly here in Nigeria, with photography. So if really you want to cash out quickly with your photography here in Nigeria, I'll tell you that you need to give yourself time, or not just here in Nigeria. I know it also works for a lot of other countries out there. You need to give yourself time, number one. Number two, you need to invest yourself in photography with basic knowledge. You need to learn. Give yourself 70% time to learn and 30% time for practicals. Let me put it that way. Yeah. You need to grow your passion. Yeah. I believe that passion is one thing that will really grow your photography business, because if there's no passion, I feel like you lost it on your way. Yeah. So you need to invest your time, you need to grow your passion for it, and you need to reinvest your income back into photography for you to grow. Photography is one thing that if you grow your passion in it, you won't really feel the process. Rather, you will enjoy the process as you grow. And for that, you need much more passion than you can imagine. So going on to the next thing, which I would like us to discuss about pricing. This is one funny topic, because there are a lot of people that think that, okay, I go into photography today and then I start cashing out tomorrow. No way, it doesn't work like that. They want to price kind of high so that they get money as fast as possible to buy their dream cameras, their dream lenses and stuff. No way. Today we are having so much upcoming photographers. We are having people waking up from their dreams that, okay, I want to become a photographer overnight. We are having so much people that, okay, maybe their parents or uncles or relatives just give them money, they just throw it into photography and buy the best of gears out there. And of course, some of them, they don't really know how to use these gears, but some people have ideas. So what I'm trying to say is we're having kind of higher competition in this business now, that you need to be strategic about your pricing for you to succeed, so that you don't get to regret why you invested your time in photography. I tell you, photography is a very interesting business for you to really think about, to invest in it. I've been doing the business of photography. This is my 6th year, because I started in 2014 officially, but of course I've been taking pictures since 2001. Yeah, ever since I was a kid. But business wise, 2014, and to a point, I know my left and right in photography. So when I talk about pricing, you're just starting your photography today, and then you think that you can start charging maybe $500 already or $1,000 already. No. I believe it's better you have a market first. Number one, build your market, sell yourself out there, and with time you can continue reviewing your pricing, and you tell your client that, okay, this is what you're charging for a particular shoot. Is it a wedding? Is it a modeling portfolio? Is it a portrait or documentary? Whatever it may be, how you are charging your new rate. You need to develop your skill. That's the most important thing. One thing for sure, your skill, how do I put it now? How good you are will speak much more for you than even your pricing. I bet you, so far as you can offer that services, so far as you can give that one client what he or she requires of you in photography, they are much more than willing to pay. There are a lot of people out there that are looking for such photographers that will give them outstanding jobs, but they can't find such. If you really think you've gotten to that point that you can deliver, then you can start thinking about reviewing your pricing. You don't just think of charging people kind of a high because you want to make money. As a starter, you should even consider taking pictures of people for free. Use social media. Social media is the number one tool right now for marketing. Take pictures of your uncles, your aunts, your relatives, or whosoever out there, and give to them. You have a signature of yourself, like a watermark in these pictures, so that it sells you out there faster. So when you put your knowledge into practice, you put all you've learned into practice, these will really sell you faster. So you should rather invest your time in learning photography better, upgrade your skills, rather than saying you want to just make an overnight money from photography. It doesn't really work like that. So the pricing is another whole lot of discussion that it will not be concluded within an hour. It's something that we can discuss over and over and over. So what I want to advise you is for you to rather invest your time in learning to the point that you know that yes, I'm good. Because I remember as an amateur, when I was learning, sometimes I'll sit down to edit pictures, and deep inside of me, I'm like, is this picture okay? Till you know yourself that you are above that point where you no longer doubt yourself if such images are okay for you to release out there to the public. I believe you are still learning. So you should be doing your best to sell yourself out there, even if it's for free, just for you to kind of build a brand, for you to get a client base before you start thinking of charging quite high, because you're not giving good services. The number one thing is about your pictures. This is photography. The number one thing is about your pictures. So it all boils down whether you have the best customer relationship with people, or you are so good at whatsoever. What they are coming to you for is for pictures. And how do you give out these good pictures? It's for you to learn how to edit. It's for you to learn how to take pictures. It all boils down to pictures. It all boils down to pictures. So you should rather invest your time in learning how to give out good pictures to your clients. So I won't want to go much more into this. If there is any question that you have for me, for you to help you out or clarify you in any way, I won't hesitate to comment. So you can just drop a comment under and I will reply you. Yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram at Alewa Photography to see my beautiful pictures. Yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Alewa Photography, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your post notifications so that you don't get to miss my upcoming video tutorials. And don't forget to also like this video. With me, I'm using a Sony A7iii for this video, and I think that's all I have to share. This is a new set that I just created, and I felt like also checking it out, how it will look out in my new video. So I'll be happy to see you.